I think that the last Tron was pretty cool.
Legacy was really cool.
Yeah, I thought Tron Legacy, visually especially, was really cool.
I think the movie's underrated.
If I was organizing movies on Netflix, I would put it in the visually stunning category. But I love when they have musical artists come and do the score for a movie.
Welcome to Backseat Directing,
Where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Aaron.
We put out new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And on this episode, we're doing a trailer reaction to Tron 3.
2, 1, action. You threw me off there calling it Tron 3.
Yeah, I
Tron
panicked.
Ares.
I was trying to think of like what's the full name for
It's
it.
on the TV screen.
I know, but all I see when I see the marketing is Tron with the 3 in it. So I was like, does it not have a? I don't know. I panicked.
But it's on the TV.
Yeah, but like I was making eye contact with the audience. I didn't want to look away. That felt
They're
rude.
into their soul like that.
Well, it felt rude. Like I'm talking to them, so I didn't want to like look away.
You gotta make the right amount of eye contact because that's just gonna make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, but like in the intro, you're like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And you're like introduce, like you got to look at them. It shows respect.
I mean, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, it does. But
we're here today to talk about Tron Ares,
Tron 3,
next installment in the Tron franchise.
It'll be the third one.
Everything I've seen. I mean, it is the one that comes after the second one.
Yeah,
but before the fourth.
Right.
I think that the last Tron was pretty cool.
Legacy was really cool.
Yeah, I thought Tron Legacy, visually especially, was really cool.
I think the movie's underrated.
If I was organizing movies on Netflix, I would put it in the visually stunning category.
Yeah, yeah. The movie is good. Apparently, it was pretty hard to make with their suits and stuff. There was a lot of, hurdles that they had to jump through. They had like battery packs on the suits, and I guess it only lasted like 12 minutes. So they would have to like turn it on right before the take and then turn it off real quick. And I think the suits were pretty delicate too. So like in between takes, they weren't like able to like just sit down and lounge.
They're
like lean against the wall.
Super delicate. If you got hit with one of those little frisbees, you just disintegrated into little blocks.
Yeah, I know. Why are they even wearing the armor? Like,
if it like touches you when you're not wearing the suit, you literally just burn in agony to death. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm putting a suit on. But the movie's obviously known for its visual style, like the use of cool, vibrant lighting, very kind of steampunk-esque, and really cool use of special effects with the motorcycles, with the disc scenes, and really cool choreography as well. So for everyone that
left out one thing.
What?
The soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack. Justin would be
legendary.
Justin would be
yeah.
That really cool. It's like electric and synthy, right? Wasn't it done by somebody like
Daft Punk?
Yeah, Daft Punk. Yeah, I was gonna say somebody really popular. But I love when they have musical artists come and do the score for a movie. I mean, obviously, people who are composers for movies that do that for a living do a fantastic job. But it's always really fun when an artist brings their flavor and their style into the movie, like Daft Punk, or like they got Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross to start doing scores for The Social Network, and they've done a ton since. Like most recently, Challengers, which we all thought was really, really good. But let's talk about Tron Ares.
9 Inch Nails is doing this score.
Oh yeah, aren't Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross from 9 Inch Nails?
Who?
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the guys who did the scores I was just talking about.
Yes.
So it's probably them doing the score. They've done a lot of movie scores, like I was just talking about. I know you were deep in research mode, so you heard what I was saying.
Right. I was like, keep talking so I can look this up.
That's funny though, because I actually, when I was talking about them, didn't know they were doing the score for this movie. But let's get into watching the trailers.
That's just how good we are at our job, Yeah. All right, let's get into this trailer here.
Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Make sure you hit the like button, the notification bell, and the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our awesome content going forward.
120 miles per hour, last speed heading northbound.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
and he turned it right off.
I'm looking for
Way
something.
to start a trailer.
Something I do not understand. Ready? Because there's no going back.
I like that music. 10, 10, 25.
And they like promote the music at the end too. That's sick. Hey, look, it's us.
Hey, I like that. The date too is 10-10. I think that'll be easy for people to remember. So it's makes
Yeah.
it better for the marketing.
It's also like it's just a slick date.
Clean.
You know,
10, 10,
it's-
25.
Yeah.
It's like they're all
Clean.
even numbers. You know, like how 25 is like an even number that's not even.
Yeah. Like it ends in a 0 or a 5. That's
Yeah,
like yeah. Especially when you're working out, you know, like you do percentages and
Yeah.
your like percentage is like 23 and you're like, I'm just gonna go 25.
That's why I don't like kilos.
Yeah.
268 kilos.
That looked awesome.
Really cool. I mean, my jaw hit the floor. That
Dude, the
that was
opening?
the motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so sick.
What's interesting is, so full disclosure, I haven't seen the original Tron movie from like whatever 70s, 80s.
Really?
I'll probably watch it before this comes out, but my understanding is both those movies are about people coming from the world and going into the game.
Correct.
And this movie seems to be a lot more about coming from the game out into the world.
Yes. Yeah, that's the whole
A cool twist.
the whole dynamic shift with this. The first movie came out a long time ago. So in the time, the graphics were groundbreaking in terms of like their ambition, you know, for the graphics.
But if you watch it,
They
it's kind of tough to watch.
they're not that good.
1982, the original Tron movie.
Yeah, when you watch it back, it's not one of those older movies that the VFX and graphics like really stand up.
I don't think that
to
the
test of time.
original Dune special effects stand up either.
Correct.
Those ones are pretty tough.
I think I was gonna say Tron is worse, but it's been too long since
Just the picture I just saw of the light cycles, I think Tron looked worse than the
Okay,
first
yeah.
one.
I think it might be.
The CG modeling of the light cycles for 1982's Tron just looks poof. It looked
Well,
like an
even-
educational video from the 80s.
Even their suits and stuff, and their whole world looks to be like computerized, and the people look out of place.
They were just ahead of their technology.
Yeah.
Their ideas were ahead of their technology,
Right.
which I don't think is a bad thing, because if your ideas are ahead of your technology, that means you're part of the group that's pushing things forward.
Right.
And I think a good example to always look to for that is James Cameron. His ideas have always been ahead of the technology, and he's fighting to bring technology up to
Yeah.
speed with his vision.
Yeah.
And I think people like that are like the visionaries of like creativity. So I'm not going to knock them for trying and taking a shot, even if it
Yeah.
doesn't hold up now. It's like so cool that they moved like special effects and science fiction forward by trying something like that.
I was gonna make the same comparison actually. Like it's if James Gunn's Avatar came out in '95.
James Cameron.
Sorry, James Cameron. You know, if it came out in '95 instead of 2009, you know, that's
Yeah.
kind of what Tron feels like
Yeah.
a little bit. But Legacy obviously jumped up in the visual category. It looks awesome. Even to this day, it looks fantastic.
I think people did have a lot of complaints story wise, or maybe
I like the story of it, but it is a movie that I saw in theaters as a kid.
middle school or something.
You know, yeah. So like, I thought it was like the coolest movie ever. And I think when you think a movie is the coolest thing ever when you're in middle school, that stays with you for the rest of your life for that movie.
Dude, watch somebody try to tell me that Dread isn't the coolest movie ever. It's like
Yeah.
talking to a brick wall.
Yeah. Or like, The Bourne Identity isn't the best. You know,
Couldn't
like-
convince me for
Yeah, like-
for your life.
yeah. Someone recently told me that they think The Bourne Identity is a 3.5. Get out of here.
People are like, but what about the shaky cam? But what about shutting the hell up?
Yeah. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
shut 21 Jump Street. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about who's making this movie because I haven't pulled up here. Tron Ares coming out now. We know 10/10/2025. Doesn't even look like the release date's been added to IMDb yet from what I'm looking at. The description says a highly sophisticated program, Ares, is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. So still leaving a lot to imagination. I really don't know that I can pronounce this director's name correctly, but it's I think it's Joachim, Joachim, Joachim Ronning. And the only thing that I know that's notable that Joaquin directed, well, I guess he directed Maleficent and he directed Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. When I first saw it on there, I was like, he directed Dead Man's Chest. And then I zoomed in and I was like, oh, that's not Dead Man's Chest. I was like, he directed my favorite Pirates movie. But
hey, those are still big properties.
He looks like he's lined up to direct the next Pirates movie too, because in his upcoming on IMDb, it says Untitled Pirates of the Caribbean Project. So
That's cool.
Making big moves right now. Being written by Jesse Wigito, Jack Thorne, and Steven Lisberger. Stars Greta Lee, Sarah Desjardins, Jered Leto, obviously. We just watched the trailer. Gillian Anderson, Jeff Bridges, Evan Peters, Cameron Monaghan, Jodie Turner-Smith. Oh, Hassan Minaj is in this somewhere. I thought that was Evan Peters in the beginning. I wonder, he must be like a starring human role because it looks like Jered Leto's coming out of the
Game.
But Evan Peters, I was just talking to somebody the other day about how frustrated I am that I feel like I haven't seen him in enough stuff lately. Because I haven't seen him since he did the cameo in WandaVision and he did the Jeffrey Dahmer TV show on Netflix.
Yeah.
But I loved him. I thought he was so talented as an actor after coming off of watching him in American Horror Story for a couple seasons and then seeing him in as Quicksilver. I was like, man, this guy's about to hit the scene and explode. Like, he's very talented. You know, I feel like he's got all of the pieces to get all these leading roles. I just haven't seen enough leading roles from him as much as I'd want because I like him a lot. So I'm excited to see him in this. Hopefully he just gets more and more castings.
Yeah, this trailer sold me. You know, I mean, we haven't seen too much from
The cast.
Yeah, like we kind of just saw that, oh, like this visually and hopefully musically is on the same level as Legacy, you know? But we didn't really get much of the story, which I don't mind, you know? But we also didn't get much of the performance from the cast either.
Very focused on the visuals and just, I feel like we saw more helmets and light cycles than anything, the tech.
Yeah.
This is like the reddest trailer I've ever seen. Got to be one of the
cool, right?
reddest trailers. But I like a color theme.
Yeah. A lot of movies have kind of that monochrome look to it where they have one color that's overwhelming. The Batman is an example of that. And that's red as well.
Yeah. Or they'll use two, which is also cool. They'll use two colors and that's like thematic throughout the movie. And I think that's really cool because you let the cinematographer kind of have this through line where when you pick a scene out of that movie, people can recognize it more easily, you know, because of stuff like the lighting and the way they filmed it.
Yeah. You have anything else to say about this? I mean, we didn't get too much, so, but I'm looking forward to it now.
Did you ever play the game? I used to play it on the computer.
Maybe
you can play a Tron game version and you just have like the 4 keys and you try to build a maze around the other person.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I had it on the Game Boy, actually.
Oh, on the Game Boy?
Yeah.
I wonder
now that I forgot about that. That's, whoa, throwback there.
I just played a little arcade game style one where it was like 2 player on the same screen and you would try to maze out the other person, get them to run into your trail.
The Game Boy was very like arcade-like too. You know, like you're literally going on the grid and at like sharp angles, you know? It's kind of like Snake, but you're going against other snakes.
I'm kind of surprised they don't put out a more modern, like 3D modeled version of the game.
Maybe if this does well, maybe they will.
So I feel like it's a popular enough property to have 3 movies. I'm surprised that I haven't seen more in the game world from it. And that's where it's originated.
Right. That'd be cool, right? Do light fights,
throw
battles and stuff. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like Rocket League or something.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool. Have an online multiplayer version where you're like on the light cycles, have a story mode where there's like more, you know, third person style action plus the light cycles and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Like they make money on that.
Dude, they need ideas. Call us.
I got you guys.
They're like, guys, we thought about that like 10 years ago. Like,
It's already in
been
development.
in development. Like, you guys aren't special.
We actually already made it. It came out in 2015. You guys are just idiots.
All right. Well, what did you guys think of this trailer? Let us know down in the comments below. We post new full episodes every Monday and Thursday, but make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell because we also put out extra episodes every once in a while. Right now, Andrew and I are playing The Last of Us Part 2, and Season 2 is coming out. So those have been our extra episodes that have been thrown out there on random days. So if you want to follow along with us playing the game, make sure you hit that subscription button. Where else are we, Andrew?
We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X. We're on all social media platforms pretty much, posting every single day. Make sure to check us out on there so you don't miss any of our short form content, which is sometimes just new and different stuff that's not on the show. So
Absolutely.
you don't want to miss out on that stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then if you want to join in on the conversation on a more personal level, click the link in the description to join our Discord. In here, it's kind of like a giant group chat where we have different conversations about movies that we're watching, things that are coming out, like these trailers. People will post the trailer and then we talk about the trailer and what we think. We do polls and debates and
Shirtless pics from Aaron.
Yep, and episode updates, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean,
But we get to talk about things a little bit more in depth and a little bit more back and forth than this format.
Right.
So it's really cool because somebody will post a new trailer and we'll all talk about what we're thinking. Or a new movie came out, like Minecraft just came out. And we're all arguing about whether it was actually good or actually bad because I didn't like it.
And there's a bunch of us that are active in there too. So if you're just looking for a fun movie community, click on that link. The link does expire after a little bit, so if it doesn't work for you, just leave a comment and we'll send you that link directly.
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. We will see you on the next one. Thank you so much, and
That's a wrap.